Eddie, you ready to pick everything Patrick Frisco? Just new lyrics. His third verse.
Dropping new lyrics.
It's been a while, but they're back with style now. It's time to ramble. That's a reference. The greatest heroes from cosmic legends. It's time to ramble. That's another one. Music's contagious, truly outrageous. It's time to ramble. That's the third one. And then they just won't be undone, playing pranks on everyone. It's time to ramble. Should we do a contest? Can you get those? Can you get the references?
Ooh.
Each one. Oh shit! Each one is a show. So we start with the Chipmunks. It's been a while, but they're back with style now. Then we go Super Friends, the greatest heroes from cosmic legends.
Yeah.
Then we go Gem and the Holograms. Music's contagious, truly outrageous. And then, as requested, Heathcliff. They just won't be undone. Playing pranks on everyone. Thank you, Patrick Bonfisco. This is the Ramble. Ramble. The Frisk goes. A Geek's Guide to Pop Culture. We are the Geeks. I am comedian filled with immunotherapy.
Bursting?
Jerry Rocha. Bursting with immunotherapy, Jerry Rocha. Right over here we have
comedian podcaster Eddie Pence.
So this is a Ramble, Geek's Guide to Pop Culture, a Podderation podcast. Subscribe to the Ramble, 5-star rating, positive text review. If you don't do that, well, you're a chump. Follow us, too. We're on Instagram at Podcast Ramble. You can see our beautiful faces on YouTube at the Ramble Teeb. And we have our TeePublic merch page. If you bought anything, please show us. Thank you. Please show us.
Thank you. Also, please show us.
And if you go to Nerdy Tea, you put Ramble as a discount code, RAMBLE, you get 10% off. There might be a brand new Ramble t-shirt that's exclusive to Nerdy Tea, which I think is... How exciting is that, really?
How exciting. We have our own merch that we didn't create. Someone else
some
did.
Kick-ass artist created and might just have readily available sooner than later for you to buy with, of course, a discount by using Ramble. But you can get anything on Nerdy Tea's website right there. So real quick, got a couple of quick emails I want to get to you by Gary Rickelman. Ricks? Speaking of smegma, one of my favorite things is some absolute hero at Hasbro in 87 put smegma on the G.I. Joe SLA AM. Very well hidden. I didn't know that. Did they put the keyword smegma in the Joe Slam? The Slam was such a great vehicle. Remember that tank with like the 4 cannons? And dude, they need to bring the Slam back. That was fucking let the boys be boys. Slam, up. Let the boys be boys.
Slam.
Thunderbolts from Brian E. Hey, Jerry, and maybe Cody. I've been a longtime fan of the show. Thanks for keeping us nerds fed with latest and greatest TVs, movies, games. Vern Lundquist and all things geeky. Had to write in because I'm really excited for the upcoming Thunderbolts movie. And more than anything, I can't wait to see Sentry in action. Has been a favorite character of mine for years. Finally see him get some spotlight is surreal. What I'm most hyped about is how they're going to handle his power level. He's the kind of character that can sit above the rest while everyone else is going full throttle. He's got that intimidating control and raw strength that sets him apart. I'm dying to see how they explore the dynamic, especially with a team that's far below his power. I'm just assuming the Thunderbolts will face him. As of writing this, the Rotten Tomato score is sitting at an impressive 94%. That's extremely promising for the quality of the movie that has.
I've heard a lot of good things.
Can't wait to hear your thoughts as more unfold. Keep up the awesome work, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Gary Rickelman. Here we go.
Should that be our new rating system for movies? How many Verns?
How many Verns do we give it? So wait, is a good movie, is a great movie one Vern, or is it multiple Vern? You know what I mean?
I think you got to give it four Verns is like a top movie, 4 stars, 4 Verns.
So then Endgame would be a 5 Verner, the rare.
That's a right? That's Endgame.
That's Endgame. Aliens, Terminator 2, the Indiana Jones films, the original Star Wars trilogy, Rogue One, For You and I, Last Jedi.
5 Verns.
That's a 5 Vern. Speaking of, before we get into what we're going to geek out over, I think we're both geeking out over action figures. Eddie, this can be kind of a quicker one. You have a movie you're going to go see tonight that's kind of a momentous occasion.
It is
what is this?
20th anniversary of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Again, I'm not a massive fan of the prequels. It's Star Wars, so I love it, but I'm still not a massive fan of it. But I would say out of the three, it's the one that I don't mind watching again.
It's the only one. To me, it's the only one that's watchable
Again,
all the way through. It's still a bad movie. That's what hurts. Is the best one is still a bad movie.
It's still not great, but I don't mind watching that one. That one doesn't. I don't get annoyed with that one as much as I do the other ones.
If I were you, you could just walk in for the opera scene and then leave, and you're like, "Fuck." That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know is that opera scene. There it is. Great. Yeah. Okay, good. He's gonna fuck it up for love. All right, great. Which is, I really think can I tell you, because I want to talk about, now that Andor's in full swing, Star Wars love is in full swing. We got Revenge of the Sith back out in theaters for a limited time. And it will stay limited for me. I will not.
It made like 30. It's like the highest grossing re-release film ever.
Good for it. No fucking
Cole's never
way.
seen it on the big screen, so I'm going to take him.
So you're going to torture him for 2 hours. Here's what I don't like about the prequels. And I think it's boiled down to one thing. You can call bullshit in episode 4 when Obi-Wan says he was a cunning warrior. Yeah, was he? Cunning, huh? I hate you! Oh, jeez. Check out Napoleon over here. What the fuck was that?
Well, if you think of the Anakin of the Clone Wars series, cunning warrior. If you think of Anakin during the 2 movies, not so much.
Even the third one. You mean older Anakin?
Older Anakin. I don't count Jake Lloyd Anakin as being a cunning warrior. He was just a little kid. But I'm talking about the episodes 2 and 3 Anakin, not a cunning warrior. But the Clone Wars Anakin, I think a cunning warrior.
Boy, he really brought the Genghis Khan with I hate you. Very, very Alexander the Great. He's holding me back. Like, what the fuck is this? And he was never really a good friend to Obi-Wan in any of those movies either. So everything Obi-Wan says is a load of shit.
But again, if you look back at it through the lens of the Clone Wars series, which does a lot of heavy lifting for the prequels.
Heavy lifting.
Then you can see the relationship, and then a lot of that stuff carries a little more impact.
Yes,
but if you just do it off the 3 movies, not so much.
John Q. Public just saw the 3 movies. And we're like, where's the cunning warrior? And those were years before the Clone Wars cartoons.
Yeah. How are we like brothers? How are we like brothers, Anakin?
Cunning warrior. What did he fuck? He choked his girlfriend to death. Like, cunning warrior.
Well, maybe he's an Andrew Tate fan. Who knows? Maybe
that's what it was.
Maybe he's a Dana White fan.
No, that guy's savage.
I guess he would be.
That guy's savage.
I don't savage.
I don't respect anyone who puts hands on a woman, but when I do it, it's savage. Yeah, okay.
All right.
It's
chode.
God, that's my only issue. Is the cunning warrior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, I finished the first. I mean, I know the new 3 Andors dropped last night, but I finished the first 3. That fucking last one. Woo.
Money Guy's getting whacked.
Woo! Oh, dude.
Money Guy. So, did Lucian go to the wedding just to see if the Money Guy was up to it or not? That was it, wasn't it? Yep. Lucian was there for, is this motherfucker going to run his mouth? If he runs his mouth, he's not making it out of here alive.
He's just making sure there's no loose ends anywhere. That's all Lucian does.
Money Man's done. Money Man. Now, do you think we even got? There's the jumps ahead. So what I love is that without showing anything, you just know that was Hannibal Lecter. I'm having an old friend for dinner. Right. Boom.
And you see him flying off in the Jetsons car
with the girlfriend who we hadn't seen yet.
Yeah.
In the first 2 episodes, like, shit, she, from what you remember from season 1, has no problem getting her hands dirty for the revolution.
So good. And then that whole scene between Blondie McBlonderson, the Empire girl, and the mom.
Woo! That's okay. I was waiting for you to see this because I think that leads right into what you were telling, what you were predicting. I don't think the mom is the type of person to just take that kind of shit from some who.
No, not
I
some
think I think mom is like, okay, bitch, you want to play?
Yeah.
All right, I'll fucking, I'm gonna bring you, I'm gonna ruin you through my son. Like that is
Yep.
Yep. Fucking
Because she's not the type of character that's going to get into an argument right there at the table. She's gonna be like, okay, all right, I
Oh,
see what you want. Okay,
now you're gonna
all right.
burn. Okay.
Now I'm going to take you down.
She's like Tom Hagen talking to the movie producer. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Okay.
gonna leave now.
All right.
No, Mr. Corleone likes to hear bad news immediately. Like
Yeah.
that's
So
ooh.
so
fuck.
I think that's going to be her down. She just planted the seeds of her own downfall right there.
Yeah,
with
I
that
think you're
move.
right. That's why she is no longer, she's out of the picture.
Yeah.
It's because she's obviously fantastic at what she does.
Yeah.
So,
And I think you'll probably see like, hey, had she not done this with the mom, she probably would have gone on, and maybe the Empire doesn't mess up
could this
later on.
That's what I'm loving about this. Like what I love about some of the Filoni stuff is Ahsoka, the Ahsoka Darth Maul fight is one of the greatest things in Star Wars ever.
Yeah.
The Ahsoka Vader thing that ends with Ezra pulling her out of space and time.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible. But then
Yeah.
so many other things I think are uselessly connecting the dots, right? Like who gives a
Yeah.
shit? Whereas this, you're not really connecting dots. Instead, you're giving us these little, if only this hadn't have happened,
Yeah.
Empire wins. If only, like kind of like with with the Timothy Zahn book, where if where it's implied if the Emperor hadn't been racist towards aliens, right, and had Thrawn
And
been
had
at
Thrawn
Endor,
at the front of it.
they're not winning Endor. They lose. It's over.
Yeah. If
And,
Thrawn is at the Battle of Endor, it's over.
and this seems like a what if. Like I wonder if she is going to cockblock, like her fucking up, her whatever will ruin part of Krennic's plan. Maybe what I would love is whatever they're trying to get, those things on Gorman.
Yeah.
If that would have prevented the Death Star from having its one weakness, that would be very interesting.
And we keep hearing about this outlaw uncle of his, and she and the girlfriend even says, "Hey, I wouldn't mention him anymore." This is now we heard about him in the first season. We've heard about him now. I think we're going to see him at some point.
We're gonna have to.
And maybe he's the one who takes her out.
Does it hurt if it's Han Solo? Is like what are you guys doing?
Or if it's
Dash
Lobot.
Rendar?
Maybe it's Lobot before he
Lobot,
gets the
the
enhancements.
bots, lobes.
Lobes?
Dash
Lobes?
Rendar, the Wrens,
Ooh, Dash.
getting a figure finally.
I know. About time. About time.
Yeah. So I can't believe I'm actually performing. Wait, I just had my third immunotherapy infusion today.
Yeah.
Eddie, it was a comedy of errors today.
Oh.
So the first two immunotherapy infusions have gone fine. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
This one, I feel okay right now. Oh my God. I forgot. I should have started with this. So in the middle of getting the infusion, my half erectum blues strikes.
Oh no.
And I got to go drop a mother of a Borgnine.
Oh.
Now, thank God at City of Hope, the infusion thing is massive.
You can just poop in buckets.
There's two
right there.
two girls for every boy, two shitters for every person there. It's you're not going to be holding up the line, right?
No.
City Hospital, Jesus Christ, you're like in an airplane bathroom, right? Like, but here it was, so that was great. But as I'm shitting for 30 fucking minutes because I have half a rectum, thanks to the surgery, the fucking machine is done with the first infusion.
Yeah.
And so it's just.
And you got half a turd hanging out of your ass.
And I'm like, can you hurry the fuck up? Can you hurry the fuck up? And that's a good thing about this bidet we have. That'll just rush motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
There's the bidet. The bidet is like a fucking keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Let's go, people.
Let's go. The bidet is Francis Ford Coppola's cameo in Apocalypse Now. Keep moving. Walk. Remember that when he's directing the soldiers leaving the. Keep moving. Come on. Keep going. Don't look at the camera. Keep going like that.
It's like the Haunted Mansion. It's just it's a nonstop conveyor belt. You just get on the ride. If you can't jump on it, you're gonna get lost.
You're done. So
we don't stop for anybody.
But yeah, so that was exciting. But dude, yeah, it's his yeah. So we again, I think, because I understand back to the prequels. I understand the whole thought of like Anakin. He almost can't be the coolest guy in the block because why would you turn to the dark side?
Right.
But
you got to be flawed. Flawed.
He's too flawed in the. I think you just give him the little bit of the temper, right? That's it, and then the little bit of the temper. Like, you know what I thought was actually the best. And you might kick me off the podcast for this. The best Anakin acting performance is Jake Lloyd when he's doing the test and they say he's not fit and he just kind of gives that what the fuck? Like, that look. That was like shit, dude.
It's like, you motherfuckers brought me here. What the fuck?
That was the best.
Yeah.
I thought that was the best acting performance of anything about Anakin in those films, was that look he gives. And I think you should have just kept it at that. Leave out the whiny bullshit. Just have him fuck up and fall in love. That's it. Right?
It was just too much hitting you over the head with it for 2 movies of like he's just so temperamental. It's like, okay, like
have him fall in love and then realize there's no way out. There's like what would have been more effective too is after the opera house scene. Fuck the fake kidnapping. Leave it out. After the opera house scene, what if Palpatine starts sending him on secret missions? That would have been cool, right? Like then he just goes and fucking kills Dooku. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, what the fuck? Like
he's sort of like he's being a Jedi, but he's being like to the extreme of like, I'm doing this for the Republic. This is the shit that needs to be done that no one else is going to do.
That's what he could lie to Anakin and say, right?
Yeah.
And then promise him, you help me with this, I will save Padme. She will not die. I can teach you how to save her. And then that would be... And
have him make a deal with the devil.
Right. What's
like
so
that.
frustrating about those films is just half a tweak and you're there.
Yeah.
You don't need to drastically alter too much of the story. It's but yeah, and so I do. It was funny when you were talking about the mother bringing or the guy bringing about the downfall of the blonde woman in Andor. Because I was like, oh God, I was in my whole head, I'm like, just wait for the dinner scene because you don't know how right I think you are. Just because that was the first thing I thought during the dinner scene was this mom ain't gonna take this shit. No. She is not gonna
and I think when push comes to shove eventually, if it comes to that, the guy's gonna side with his mom.
Absolutely. He already.
I mean, if it comes to it where he's there while she's putting the knife in her back.
Look what happened. She fucks with him a little, and what does he do? He's lying down like a child on their bed.
Yeah.
He just collapses.
Yeah.
He can't take it.
No.
This show is so fucking good. Every performance is so, and so that's what I was wondering in episode 2. I'm like, where are they going with this guy? Episode 3, you're like, oh shit, he's gonna be why ain't nobody heard of her in the later movies. This is she ain't even in Rogue One. Like it's
something's gonna happen on Gorman, or something's gonna happen somewhere where either it's gonna be such a colossal fuck up she gets taken out by Krennic, disposes of her, or the mom's gonna do something to get rid of her.
Whew, but
all I think that it's been set in motion by her telling the mom to fuck off, and then the mom's like, all right, bitch.
Can I give you one weird prediction? Did the mother have something to do with his promotion? Or the uncle?
The mom, I think, has a lot more going on than we've been shown.
Because with the promotion, he kind of just seemed like a little bit of a doof, and all of a sudden he's the head
of this thing.
He catches the biggest bank heist that there was, or whatever. You know what I mean?
I think that mom has a lot more going on than we're being led to believe.
Yep, I can't.
She's a lot more connected than we've been led to believe.
Dude, I can't wait to see.
And what would be great if she's like fucking like the mom, like that uncle is like the fucking, you know, Victor Corleone, like he's like, or Vito Corleone, like just like there's a whole underground mob scene and she's like tied into it.
Who's not the Huts? Who's the other guys from Solo? Fuck, Paul
Oh, the
Bettany.
Pikes,
The
the
Pikes. Could
Pikes.
he be a Pike? Because it's
Well,
basically the
Crimson Dawn. I mean, there's lots
Crimson
of, there's
Dawn.
several.
It's Huts. It's Pikes. It's Crimson Dawn. That would be fucking. Oh man, that would be.
And
That
she's
would
just
be.
like, all right, well, I wanted to keep my son out of the mafia because I didn't want him living that dangerous life, but I'm connected to it,
I'm not afraid.
and I'm not afraid.
Because maybe that's what happened. Maybe the uncle ratted out somebody for the son to then pick off and get the
Yeah.
promotion. Oh, this
So
is.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to find out.
Woo! So now it's geek out time. Oh my God, Eddie. So I'm doing a show at the Ontario Improv. Thank you to everyone who came out. If there's any new ramblers because of the show, thank you so much. Welcome. But there's that. First of all, that fucking Ontario Mills Mall is the most unnecessarily busy mall on the planet. Have you
Packed.
ever
Constantly.
had a slow day? I go on a Sunday.
No.
It's
Packed.
just it's Black Friday on a Sunday in fucking
mall.
April. You're
I mean, it's like a
Jesus.
mall in the 80s. It's
Yeah.
like perpetually stuck in the 80s.
I
that
don't see
mall.
how any stores have closed there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like who couldn't do business here? Like the
And that
foot
GameStop,
traffic-
right? When you walk in, it's within eye distance.
And that's what happened. And Andrea, her parents came. This was like the
Okay.
weirdest perfect storm. Her parents came to see the show, and the other
Yeah.
great comic, John Liu, and I were just like, well, what do we do? Well, let's go to get. And they're like, well, we kind of want to go walk around the mall. We got there early Sunday. And John and I are both laughing. Well, there's a GameStop right there. And Andrea's parents like, yeah, sure. And we're like, fuck yeah. They're not going to be. So we just, and oh my God.
Ooh, look at that.
Just
look
sitting
at
there.
that.
This is
Gorgeous.
I
That
had to
piece.
get it. The Marvel Legends Bloodstorm from the Blackheart Build-A-Figure from the
Oh.
Strange Tales line where she becomes a minion of Dracula. She ends up fucking Cyclops and then she gets murdered. And so Cyclops goes crazy for revenge. How could you not?
It's that's a
I
great
would-
wave. That's a great wave.
I would kill anyone who did harm to her. This is
Look at that.
And you
Look at that.
take the sexiest, hottest character in comic book history and you make her a fucking vampire and you're
Oh,
not
give her
and
red
you're not-
eyes and fangs. Come
and
on.
you don't want
Get
us
out.
to fucking
Get
lose our
out.
fucking minds.
Get
Mohawk
out.
Storm with the fucking oh my God, that is I can't Eddie. Jesus. I remember too. That was Wolverine coming out of the sewer in the
Yeah.
in the Hellfire Club was
Yeah.
that's the moment that made me a comic book fan for life. This seeing Mohawk Storm for the first time as a extremely prepubescent child.
Ooh.
Didn't
all
know
the right
what
spots.
it didn't know what it meant, but I'm like, I'm gonna have to rethink this girls have cooties thing. You know what I mean? Like this needs to be rethought because
I'm wrong about something.
I'm very wrong. Whatever this is, I want all of it and I want it now. Like it was just oh my God.
Yeah, Mohawk Storm is something else.
Fuck.
Something else.
And your geek out is of a
I'm
figure.
geeking
as
out. Like I was
well.
just talking about that wave, that Build-A-Figure wave for Blackheart. That whole wave is pretty cool. The whole Strange Tales wave is pretty cool for Marvel Legends. And they just came out with this other Marvel Legends where they're doing this other new wave. I just picked up the Warlock figure from Infinity Gauntlet.
That looks like he just crawled out of like issue 3 of the Infinity Gauntlet series. That figure.
It's
It is
crazy. I'm going to try to
incredible.
pull up a picture of it.
It's just an immaculate action figure. Oh my God.
The cool thing about the whole wave is they come with little mini comic books of the comic books they were
Yes.
featured in.
That's so badass. That is
Like this. Hold on.
if
this
they
is a-
ended Marvel Legends with that figure, I'd be like, I'm not mad at you guys.
It's a walk off wave. It
It's
really
just-
is. Like
there
that's.
you go.
Hold on.
It's just bye. There it is.
It's bye. Look at that. And he's got the Infinity Gauntlet.
Fuck, that's incredible.
And they come
Here's
with
the
hold
thing.
on.
I know
Where's it at?
they change looks all the time. Adam Warlock.
He comes
Yeah,
with the
look at
Infinity
that.
Gauntlet comic.
Look at that. Adam Warlock needs to never not look like that.
Yeah.
Give
But
him
you
the
got
give him the Ted McGinley from Happy Days haircut. Give him that outfit. That should be Adam Warlock 24/7.
I mean, check out.
Oh God, is that Dakin?
Yeah,
Oh, look
the
at
son
that.
of Wolverine.
Yep.
Look at his claws.
Jesus. Oh, that's so great. The one coming through the from under the wrist. Oh
So
man,
good.
fucking
You got
incredible. Thanks.
Ultimate Iron Man. Look at that.
That was my favorite. One of my favorites, 3 3/4 inch, and I'm so happy they finally
It's a
did the
great
6 inch.
fucking look at that.
That is a gorgeous,
It's a great Iron Man.
Oh my God,
It's the whole wave is insane.
Jesus.
I mean,
It is.
the whole wave. Even this dipshit. I want.
Let me see. Who's this? Fuck yes. Fuck
Look at
yes.
that. Even
God
Banshee
damn.
gets Banshee.
That's a
Look at
great
that.
Banshee.
Banshee.
You know,
can have it.
Banshee you think is no big deal until Venom's coming at you. And you're like, oh,
Oh, what's
well,
the
never
one?
mind.
He comes with his comic
Look
book.
at this. Oh,
Look
he's
at
got
look
the
at them pork chops.
sideburns. Look at the
Look at the
mutton
pork chops on him.
God damn, look at those
He's
mutton
pointing to himself
chops.
in the
That's
comic book cover. Look
fucking
at him. He's
great.
full of himself.
That's great. See, Banshee's worthless unless the symbiotes are coming. Then you got
Yeah.
who's stopping him? Who's fucking with him?
Come on.
He destroyed.
Look at that one. Look
Oh,
at that one.
fuck! Rom the Space Knight. My God.
Fucking incredible wave. That's it.
What
It's
a
just
wave.
a.
And
I mean,
just
the whole
hitting
wave I
stores
geek out
now,
over.
correct?
I think it's just hitting stores now because I got the Adam Warlock.
Woo! Look at that. Well, there we go. What now, Eddie? I know you got to leave soon, but before we go, as our geek outs are over, the steel cage is lowered.
Uh-oh.
It's a triple.
Uh-oh.
It's our triple threat match. And who do you think comes out first? It's Bob Barker, Alex Trebek, Patrick Sajak. Who do you think?
Well, I think the announcer for The Price is Right is the ring announcer.
Roddy.
Roddy is there in his jacket, and he's telling everybody, "Come on down."
Wait a minute. Is he like the guy who would introduce Alberto Del Rio in Spanish
Yes.
for Bob Barker?
But he does the "Come on down."
So Barker comes out first.
Barker comes out to "Come on down."
How big is the pop?
Huge pop. Because you already know Roddy's there, and he's got a sequin jacket on the middle of the ring, and you know who's coming down.
Right.
The crowd knows, but they still pop like it's a surprise.
Absolutely. I think second, it has to be Sajak. Right?
Escorted by Vanna White.
Yes. And then,
Yeah.
and then the but I think they fuck with him. I think the entire arena goes, wheel, what? Of what? Fortune, what? Right? I think they don't really,
And that gets a little under Pat. Pat Sajak's already annoyed.
Yes. So he comes out and then, dun, 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 and then forget it. Dun, 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 dun. Now this. I think out of character, Trebek sprints to the ring like the Ultimate Warrior.
How about from behind the curtain before you even hear him? He just on the microphone is like, "I'll take an ass kicking for 100," and then he storms out of the curtain. And then he just comes running down the ring like full sprint,
He just screams.
like Ultimate Warrior sprint to the ring.
Today's Daily Double says, I'm going to kick your ass. Dun, 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 dun. Is he shaking the ropes?
Dun, 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 dun.
Is Trebek shaking the ropes?
Oh, he's shaking the ropes. He's going nuts. Running around the ring. Barker and fucking Sajak are in the ring, like looking around, like don't want to put their back to him.
I think Sajak clears. I think
You think he's
Sajak
out?
clears the ring.
He's over by the ring. He's over by the
Yeah.
announcers. He's
Yes,
behind the table.
Yeah, he's high. He's kind of Aaron's booing him.
With Vanna White in front of him. He's got Vanna White in front of him.
Vanna White in. So,
Okay, so now all three get into the ring, right?
yes.
And the
Ring
referee's
bell
there.
rings.
The referee's there, and then all of a sudden you hear on the microphone, how about we make this a 4-way?
Teddy Long
and then
comes out.
then he goes in 2 and 2, and then outruns Chuck Woolery.
Chuck Woolery.
And so there you go. You got a fatal 4-way
In
with
2 and
Woolery.
2.
In 2-2.
Oh God.
How about we turn this into a 2-2, right? Or is it a tag match in 2-2?
No, for the
Fatal
fatal four-way.
four-way.
And then I think, if you don't mind, Eddie,
Yeah.
then I think whoever the commissioner is, the referee leaves the ring. And everyone's looking. And he goes, we have a special guest referee for the fatal four-way. And then you hear, bump, 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 and then out runs fucking Dawson. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. And Sajak is like screaming at the commissioner. Sajak can't believe him and Woolery are like, what the fuck is happening? Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Honestly, at this point, I don't know how the match how's the match even stack up to the introductions. I don't even know how.
Well, because you know that Dawson just stands on the second turnbuckle and 2 beers get thrown at him, and he catches them and starts.
He starts making out with chicks in the front row.
Yeah, he kisses every woman on the way. He's just grabbing tits. And he gets the Stone Cold 2 beers and smash them together. Whew.
Oh,
So,
man.
I think Trebek and Barker.
Yeah.
Trebek goes for Sajak. Barker goes for Woolery. Woolery and Sajak both roll out of the ring to boos.
Yeah.
Right? Massive boos.
Yeah.
Woolery and Sajak. So then Barker and Trebek kind of like, all right. And they start working each other over. Right?
Okay.
Honorably. Right? That's when I think Woolery comes and crotch shots Barker. Right? Crotch shots Barker. And Trebek refuses to pin him. Right? Trebek refuses to pin him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then that's when Sajak has the bankrupt sign from the wheel. He pulls off the bankrupt card. And and Vanna's like kind of begging him not to do it.
Right.
But he like demands that she give it to him, and he rips it out of her hands. And then he just clobbers Trebek over the head with it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Woolery and Sajak both pin, because Fatal 4-Way, they want to get rid of as many people. And that one of the pin? Yeah, so they both go for the pin, and then Dawson just and then throws the finger at Woolery and Sajak.
Does he yell survey says and then pops the finger?
And then pops the finger. Huge pop. Huge pop. He just throws the finger at Woolery and Sajak. They can't believe it. And then Woolery and Sajak start blaming each other. Right? They're screaming at each other. And then Woolery turns to clock Sajak. And that's when he holds up Vanna. She takes the hit. And then I think Woolery and Sajak just start working Vanna White over. They're just double axe handling.
Really?
And then everyone's like, what the fuck is happening?
Like, I knew Woolery was like this, but Sajak?
But Sajak? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening?
I knew Woolery was a piece of shit, but Sajak?
Not him. Not Sajak. And then you just hear as Barker and Trebek are both out.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
And this is happening. It's pure chaos. You just hear, blank. And then Gene Rayburn comes charging out to the ring. Huge pop. He takes his long extended microphone and just starts working over Woolery. Woolery and Sajak.
Does Woolery go running out of the arena just he doesn't want anymore?
He's gone. Count out.
He doesn't want anymore.
He just booed. And then just Sajak is just getting. And then Rayburn rolls out of the ring, right?
Okay.
And then
Got a battered Sajak in the ring.
and Trebek crawls over and he just drapes an arm over Sajak. And then
Dawson
that's
goes
when-
down for the count.
1, 2, and then Vanna pulls Sajak's arm up. And everyone's like, oh, come on. And she's bloodied. And she does it. And then even Trebek is looking at her like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Right. Does she
And
pull Sajak up by his hair and then give
Then
him
she takes a vowel,
an RKO?
One of the vowel blocks. Hits him with the vowel block. RKO Sajak. Then, as Sajak is reeling from the RKO, it's a no disqualification, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
So she hits him with the vowel block. She RKOs him. He shoots up from the RKO, hits the ropes, comes flying back, and then Barker, Trebek, and Dawson all give him the Von Erich triple drop kick. Huge pop. Barker and Trebek both pin him. 1, 2, 3. Huge pop. And then Barker, here's right here, I think it ends. Barker and Trebek just shake hands. And they both take a count out. And it ends with a double
And they
disqualification.
take Vanna White back.
And then Barker's ready to Me Too the shit out of her. Trebek is who knows. And it ends with Dawson just getting the beers. Right? It's just Dawson in the ring.
Just grabbing asses and
just
drinking
grabbing
beers.
Every woman in the arena. He's dry humping one chick while kissing another. But how big is the pop, Eddie?
Huge.
All right.
Pay-per-view buys are through the roof.
I mean,
Come
man.
on. Classic. All-timer.
Classic Ramble. We did it, huh? Ramble
It's done.
445. I don't know what we call this. What do you think we should name this Ramble?
We talked Andor, we talked Revenge of the Sith, we talked action figures, we had a
Star Wars
fatal
action
four-way.
figures, a fatal four-way. I mean, man, the fatal
This
four-way.
Ramble has it all.
The fatal four-way?
Yeah, the fatal four-way.
The fatal four-way. Here we go. Man,
Right.
Ramble 455. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the Ramble. I believe Rickelman, I did him an injustice. I forgot to read it in that email, or he had sent me something else. I think it's in there. Let me make sure, because I don't want to sell the fella short here.
No, not the Rickelman.
Rick's. How can I sell Rick's short?
Rick's.
Rickelman. Rick's. One moment here.
Okay.
We don't want to fuck up. Ba-da-bum, ba-da. Is that the best theme song out of all those games?
It might be. It might be.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-da-bum. All right, let's
How many
see.
women were unwillingly touched during that theme song?
Oh, God. Oh, my
Hundreds.
God.
Hundreds.
If we're being kind. So he also said, I listen to my podcasts on Pocket Casts, where I've rated the Ramble, the Ramble, 5 stars. So thank you so much, Rickelman.
Not a
for
chump.
that.
Not a chump.
We knew Rickelman. Come on, no
We
way.
knew that.
Not even
We
close.
knew Rickelman's not a chump.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We love you all. Stay safe out there. Sorry we had a little more of a briefer ramble, but not too brief.
Not too bad.
And we'll be back Friday for a whole new could what we have predicted have already come true?
Maybe.
I mean, they're doing a year at a time here, so shit's got to move. So
Shit's happening.
yeah. Subscribe to Ramble 5-star rating, positive text review. Pick up our merch at TeePublic. Check out nerdyt.com. Enter Ramble for 10% off. Do all those things. We love you all. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the music. Have a great night. We'll see you Friday. And we'll also see you Friday maybe for our Thunderbolts. Does Thunderbolts get 4 or 5 Verns? Does it just get 1? Are we just like, I mean, we'll see. Take care,
see.
everybody. Bye now.
Boom.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I mean, Captain America got a right. That got a single.
Maybe an and a half.
Had they had that original leader like they had planned, that's worth 3 burns right there.
Right there.
And they kept that
Instant 3
makeup
burns.
job.
Instant. Like emphatic 3 burns.
Who
Right?
makes that decision to not do that leader?
That's unreal bad.
That's like early 2000s comic book movie decision.
It really is. And then that film
unforgivable.
reeked of all those things.
Yeah.
It reeked of all those problems. Ugh.